The girl who called her mother a witch. They say a mother's love is unconditional, that a mother will sacrifice everything for her child. But what if the very same love begins to feel like hatred? What if the woman who gave you life slowly becomes the reason you wish you were never born? Before we dive into this story that isn't just about love, but about betrayal, sacrifice, bitterness, and secrets that were buried until it was too late. Kindly subscribe, like and share. So this is the tragic story of Abike, the girl who called her mother a witch. Abike entered the world with a cry that filled the small clay walled room of her parents' home. Her mother, known simply as Mama Abike, cradled her with pride. She was her first and only child, and she vowed that no matter what life brought, she would give Abike a future brighter than her the one she got. But fate had other plans. When Abike was 12, her father died suddenly after a short illness. The man who once provided for the family was gone, and the burden fell squarely on Mama Abike's shoulders. From then on, she sold everything she could cloth at the market, ground pepper, even firewood. Each naira she saved was kept in a wooden box under her bed. Her dream was simple: Abike will go to university. Abike will not suffer like me. But money trickled in slowly, and school fees loomed like mountains. So she told her daughter one evening as they ate watery beans by lantern light, "Stay home, my child. Don't worry. We will save little by little. You will go to university. Just be patient." Abike nodded. But inside, she felt trapped. She watched her friends leave for university in Lagos, Ibadan, and Abuja, while she sat at home, watching days blur into nights. It was during this time of waiting that Abike met Chidi. Chidi was different. He was Igbo, newly moved into town with his uncle, and unlike the local boys who teased Abike, he spoke with gentleness. He noticed her in a way that made her heart flutter. At first, it was small, carrying her mother's basket at the market, walking her home after errands. Then it grew. Stolen conversations in the cool evening air. Whispered promises under the mango tree. For the first time in years, Abike felt seen. She wasn't just the poor girl waiting for life to begin, she was a woman, cherished, desired. And soon, desire turned into intimacy. Weeks later, Abike's hands shook as she held a small pregnancy test behind the latrine. 2 pink lines stared back at her. Her world stopped. She was only 19. When Mama Abike discovered the truth, her rage was like a thunderstorm. She slapped Abike so hard her ears rang. "So this is the university I promised you? A baby? At your age? You will kill me before my time." Neighbors heard the shouting. Some pitied the girl, others blamed her. But only Abike felt the full weight of her mother's disappointment. But beneath the shouting, beneath the curses, was fear. Fear that her daughter's life had just derailed. Fear that all her sacrifices, all her suffering, had been in vain. And fear, when twisted, can look like hatred. One night, Mama Abike returned from the market with a clay pot filled with herbs, roots, and a bitter-smelling liquid. She sat her daughter down. "Drink this," she said firmly. "What is it?" Abike asked, suspicious. "It will cleanse you. It will make you strong again." But it wasn't cleansing. It was poison. Hours later, Abike woke up screaming. Pain tore through her body as blood soaked the sheets. She clutched her stomach, crying out for help. The pregnancy was gone. She survived, but the baby didn't. From that moment, something inside her died too. She looked at her mother not as a savior, but as a destroyer. And deep in her heart, she whispered a word that would haunt their family forever. Witch. But Mama Abike wasn't finished. She was determined that her daughter would still go to school. When Chidi returned, begging to marry Abike, promising to take care of her, Mama Abike refused. She barred him from the house, spat in his direction, and told him to leave town. But money was still the problem. How would she pay for Abike's university? That was when Uncle Femi, her late husband's older brother, came knocking. He had always eyed her, even before her husband died. And now, he held the key to her daughter's future. If you want me to pay for her education, he whispered, give me what I have always wanted. Give yourself to me. And Mama Abike, broken and desperate, agreed. Night after night, she endured him. Each time, she told herself it was for Abike. Each time, she died a little inside. With the money he provided, she sent Abike away to university in another city, far from Chidi, far from scandal. She told Abike lies. Chidi abandoned you. He never wanted you. Forget him. Focus on your studies. And Abike believed. University life was bittersweet. Abike excelled in her studies, but she carried scars no one could see. She avoided relationships, avoided love, avoided trust. Whenever her mother called, she answered coldly, if at all. Whenever people asked about her family, she said only, I have no one. My mother is a witch. Mama Abike grew older, weaker, lonelier. She still sent money when she could, but the distance between them was wider than the miles on the road. Decades later, cancer consumed Mama Abike's body. Thin, frail, and bedridden, she sent word to her daughter. Abike, now a successful woman with a life of her own, refused at first. Why should I care for her? She ruined my life. She killed my child. But guilt is a stubborn shadow. And one night, against her own will, Abike walked into the small hospital room where her mother lay. The sight shocked her. The once strong, fiery woman was now a whisper of herself. With trembling lips, Mama Abike spoke her final truth. I am sorry, Abike. I wanted you to have more than I did. I lost myself trying to save you. I gave your uncle what he wanted, so you could be free. Abike froze. Her chest tightened. She realized the depth of sacrifices, the nights of humiliation, the pain her mother had carried in silence. Mama Abike reached out with a shaking hand. I am no witch, Abike. I am only a mother who lost her way. And with that, she took her last breath. Abike stood there, tears streaming, her heart torn between forgiveness and anger. She wanted to scream, to hug her mother, to curse her, to thank her. But the moment was gone. The truth had come too late. For the rest of her life, people would remember her as the girl who once called her mother a witch. But only Abike knew the haunting truth: her mother was both the curse and the sacrifice. And so I ask you, was Mama Abike a villain? Or a victim of circumstance? Was she truly a witch, or just a broken woman who loved too much, in the wrong way? This is the story of Abike.